You
Team, are you
can
able to?
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good. Thank you. I just started the recording as well. Yeah.
Mm.
Yesterday we have completed the bookmarks. Okay. Any questions on that, guys? Anything that you have gone and researched your backend, like anything?
No.
No.
Yes, after the sessions, if you have a time like 10-15 minutes, go ahead and research on the things which we discussed on the file. It will
Okay.
stick in your mind. Okay, so you listen only one time and you just let it go. You cannot remember when it's required. Okay. So only the scenario is like you go ahead and research something, you spend some time on the same topics, then it will stick to your mind for longer time. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for that. Let's go to the other topics. Today's basic topics are sync slicers, data, build, format, okay, and filter pens. How many types of filters are there? What kind of a filters are we going to be using? So it's all things we're going to be understand one by one. So let's go with the slicers, guys. First, what is a slicer? We'll understand what is a slicer. How then only we can understand how this sync the slicers works. Correct. So we'll understand. Let me give the this text box here.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Am I audible?
Some there is some disturbance. Is it on my end? I don't know. The audio is not clear actually.
Harika, Harika, am I audible? Or it's for you as well?
I can hear you. I'm not
Okay.
getting disturbed.
Check
Something
one
wrong.
second.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Right. So let me go for the virtual here. We're going to be understanding the slicer. Okay. Slicer is work as a filter only to filter the visualized numbers. Okay. Not in the data level. So anything you change in the data level, mostly we call it as a filter, right? So, but anything that you come up with like changing the filter values. Okay. Yeah. So if I give the okay, in a simple terminology, if I use it, visual filters. Yeah, that's the right word. Slicers are the visual filters. Okay. Sliders, you can call it as a visual filters. Okay. Visual filters. So slicers are visual filter that allows users to dynamically, explore the data or segment the data. Okay. Segment means separate or, explore the data in reports and dashboards. This will works under report and dashboards only, not in the data level, as I told you, right? So this is the data. Okay. If I want to separate the data, use the data, then it comes at filter level. You can do it in the filter level. But the slicer is only work with the visual level. So visuals are there. There is a different types of slicers are there, but that is a different thing. Okay. So let's go to the why we need a slicers are there. It's a interactivity would be there. Okay. And we can easily use them. Right. And secondary thing, you can clearly show that what are the values you're going to be filters. Filter values very hard to find out, right? Until unless you go to the column, you checked it. So you're very hard to find out it. But slicers are very easy. Slicers are the visual filters, very simply. So let me drag it down and show you how the slicers work basically first. Okay. So this is the format. Okay. So let me go ahead and build some visual here. So one visual I'm taking, this is the column chart. Okay. So this is my column chart. Let me drag it in the middle and have it this column chart here. Right. So in the column chart, what are the data I'm going to keep it here? So one thing is like uh, based on my first name, my x-axis is my first name, my y-axis is my employee ID. Okay. And department ID is my result. So this is the data I have. Okay. So this is the one thing that I have. But if I wanted to filter by department ID, I want only certain department IDs. Okay, or certain dates. So we'll go for the two things. One is the department ID, one is the date. So I need to add the filter or slicer. Two things are there. I can do it by filter, I can do it by slicer. Let's do first with the slicer. Okay, so let me this is the once again. Yeah. Oh, where is slicer? And the positions are keep changing in the format. Yeah. Okay. Let's take the slicer here. And if you go to the slicer level, this is the only one way you can add one field here. So I'm adding the department ID in the first level. You can see 1, 2, 3. As it is a number, it's showing as a 1, 2, 3. So you can see this is, I think it's very, very minimal. Let me enhance it. Showing 1, 2, 3. It means that this is the bar. I can go ahead and drag it like something 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. Likewise, if you have numbers, you can drag it. But I just wanted to remove this slicer and 1, 2, 3 is there. And you can remove this one as well. This is the one thing that remove selection something. So we'll talk about it. For currently, it is not the right way. Okay, when it is the right way, when is a date from this date to this date, there's a right way. But numbers, this is not the right way, right? So I'm coming to the slicer settings, and this is the between. Shouldn't be the between. You can see this lot of things are there. Currently, let's use the vertical list. So vertical lists are like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. If I select one department ID 1, there's a two persons under it, Zim and John. Department number 2, you have a Jane and Jill. Department number 3, you have Jake. So there's a 3 departments are there. So if you click on the same thing, it means that you will select all. Okay. So this is everything. 1, 2, 3. And if you use the tile, so tile, one of the things most of the people are using correctly. So tile is the one thing. One, if you select the one, it will show that it is selected. 3, it shows that it is selected. 2, it shows that it's selected. If you unselect, it's good. So after that, you can go to the settings as well. The property of the slicer settings, like how these cards are looking, black, white, blue. You can explore this all things, guys. Size and style. If I come to this visual border background of this. Okay, this is white. I can change my background to blue. You need to explore this all things, guys. Okay, let me keep it only white. And you can discuss on the tile level as well. Now it's an overall level, padding overall level. This is right. So if I go to only the tile level, I can go ahead and do something from the tile level, and I can go only from the data level, how the data has to be formation, what kind of a numbers it has to be, everything. Okay, so the appearance level we can discuss later. You can do all the appearances. So, but you need to just take care of these things. So the slicer settings, I'll went to the selection here. You can use the multi-select, single select. If I use the multi-select, it means that you can select 1 and 3 together, 1 and 2, 3 all together. But if I use only single select, it means that only one value I can select. I cannot select the second value here. Only one value. Okay, remember that. And you cannot select all as well. It must have to show any one value. So this is the one thing, single select and multi select. And you can use a select all option as well. It means that if you select all selected together. There's a one more option, multi select, single select, and select all options. So here vertical tile is there and drop down. So you can get one thing here like all. Then if you click on this, you will get the drop down. Like websites, you can see this drop down options and all, right. This is the one of the thing that you can show it as a drop down. Between, we already showed, and less than or equal to only one value if you want to show it. Okay, one is as a fixed. Second one is you want to keep changing, like your dates for this year. If you want to change it, right, January 1st is my start date. That is a fixed. You're not going to be change that until next year. So your upcoming dates, you can change that. Okay, that is the single select, less than or equal to, and it's no greater than or equal to. It's up to you how you want to change that. But for now, I'm using the tiles here. Okay, this is the slicer, guys. And these slicers is based on something that how exactly you're going to be show your values here. For example, I use this slicer here, right? And I'm adding one more visual with the stacked area. And almost the same values we're going to be keep it because our data is currently very low. Okay, and the y-axis is department ID. No, y-axis keep it the employee ID as well. So you can keep this one like this. Okay. If you see this slicer are currently syncing with both the things, right? You can select the both the things are properly working now. Select all, both the slicers are syncing each other. If I come here, this is my sync slicers option, syncing each other. In the page 2, these two are synced. And if you see, this is the refreshed of mine. Page 2 is directly syncing this visual. If I select this one, and nothing in the page 1 as well. Correct. Let me add one more thing in the page 1, that is the current year that is not connected to it. Right. So for example, if I connect something in the page 1 as well, let me go to the sync slicer, click on the slicer, select the page 1 as well. Page 2 and page 1. And if I come here, so you can see this automatically department ID is created here, guys. I didn't create it. Are you able to see it, right? It automatically, this slicer has been, built by system only, created by the system only. If I select something here, for example, I selected the 2. And if I go back to this page 1, it's automatically selected 2. If you have a 20 pages, one area, if you selected something, in the 20 pages, you can have that option. And only when you choose this option. Okay. If you didn't choose this option and remove this and remove this and remove this, automatically it's gone. If you come to page 2, this is the only the area it's going to be work out for you. Okay. This is the sync slicer. And the second, okay, let me come up with the questions. Any questions, Sarika?
No, no.
You good, right? Yadu?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Okay. Cool, guys. And remember, if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay. So you guys good with everything?
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. So next one is it interactivity. Sometimes what happens, right? In the same page, I don't want to filter this visual by this slicer. Only this visual has to filter. Okay, maybe I'm keeping this slicer here, and this visual should not affect with this slicer. Okay, the scenarios would has to be there. Like one page is for one thing and other page for other things. It's up to me how I am going to be filter it. So in that scenario, what happens, right? This is if you click on this, there's options called if you go to the format, there is option called edit interactions. Okay, remember this. This is the edit interactions. If you click on this edit interaction, and if you just this is the option, right? Filter block. Remember, guys, filter a block. It means that it will filter to the visual and it will block it. If I block it, and if I select one, if I select one, only this changing. Select two, only this changing. Select three, only this changing. Select all. You can see this. Clearly, this is coming to the picture. Select all. Correct? Only this is changing, nothing else. So this is the interactivity. If I again filter on this one, again this will work. Select it to the bar is also changing. The same thing I can do with this as well. Okay. So if select all and block to the this one again after blocking it. Okay. So you can select one. This is only the changing. You can see this. Right. Select all. This is the interactivity. Again, I unblocked it. Visual level filter. And again, I clicked on the edit interactions. Okay. I stopped the edit interactions. Now these two things. One is the sync slicer. Second one is the interactions, interactive visuals. So one is connecting to the other or not. If you want to connect with others, you can use that. And if you don't want to connect with others, you can remove that. Any questions on that, guys?
No.
No.
Cool. Right. So let me go to the next option. So sync slices is completed. Interactivity is completed. Now go to the filters. This is the important, guys, because this is going to be everlasting. Filters, what you're going to be doing, it's going to be like everlasting for you. Okay. So make sure that you understand every filter. If you're not understanding it, please let us know. Okay, I'm here to help that. There is a types of filters, guys. Let me go to the first this one, the slides of one. We're going to be understanding the filter legends. Okay. So next, understand the filters. Give it the 32. Okay. filters. Okay, remember this, guys. So we have different types of filters actually. Okay, in Power BI. So, but we are going to be discuss about the few filters. Like, majorly, we're going to be discuss about four different types of filters. One is a visual level filters. Okay, one is visual level filters. Okay. Second one is report level filters. We call it as the same report level or page level. First, we'll go to the page level filters. Next one is that report level filters. Report level filters. Next one is the advanced filters. In the advanced filters, I don't want to write everything. In the advanced filters, you will get like drill through filters. Okay, drill through filters, and you will get one thing in advanced filters, you will get the drill through filters. Then you will get top end filters. Top N filters. We call it as a top N filters. One of the drill through filters will go it. Then the top N, it means the top values, you will get it. So these two filters will come under the advanced filters. Okay. This is the advanced basically. So if you go to the visual level filters, guys, first we'll go to the visual levels. So if I open this filters pane, okay, I'm just adding this one. I'm just removing this link slicer panel. Okay, minimizing the format, minimizing the data. You can see I didn't select any visual, guys. Without selecting any visual, it's showing filters on the page, filters on all pages. Okay. If I select this department level, you can see one more option is just arrived. That is filters on this switch file. Whatever the values we added it here, it's automatically appears here. Whatever you values you added in this area, right? So the built area, whatever the values you added in the x-axis, y-axis, everything will be available in your filter pane. What you can do, you can filter from here. This is the advanced. This option is called basic, advanced, and top end actually. Okay. Let me go to the basics. It means that in the basic, you can find the values. Advanced, you can give your condition. Top end will understand. You can give the condition less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, is not. Okay. Is not blank likewise. So we'll go to the basics first. So basic is like, I'm going to be filtered by 2 only. The same thing how it is worked, 3 only. But remember, guys, once you close this and you share to the client, they can only see 2, 3, not the 1. Okay, because this is coming from your data, this is coming from your visual, two different things. Okay, so here you cannot give the option to the users to check something on the filters. This is visual level interactions. Okay, this is the data level basically. These filters are the tools shown the visuals and reports as well as the data, but usually we do it in the data level. So you can, this activity is the same. So visually you can see this, and this is the pan, you can see this. Once you can publish it, and if you don't want to see the users, you can hide these options are there, or you can unfilter, clear all the filters together, or you can lock it. If I lock it, no can change this until unless it's a owner of this Power BI report or the admin. Okay, so this is the two things, 2, 3. I can select this. This is the visual level. This only visual is changing. Now, sometimes what happens, right? I wanted to change something by the page level. These 3 visuals, 3, 4, everything. Let me add the department ID here. Okay, let me add this department ID in the page level. You can see, guys, the department ID will going to be removed from everywhere. If I remove the 3 here, okay, select all and remove only 3, even from the slicer also it's gone, because I'm choosing from the entire report, all the visuals. I want only one. It will keep only one. You can see this. Okay, 2, 1, 3. It's up to me. It's a entire page level. Okay, so this is the entire page level filter and the report level. Next one is the report level. Filters on this page. This is the report level. It means that you have a 20 visuals around it. If you just added one time this page level, this is a page level filter. Okay, one time. If you added one time, this is this page, right? Same department ID if I add it here and keep it this as a basic and add it as a 3, it means that it's applied to this page and applied to this page as well, because automatically this department is came into the picture and all the visuals is gone already. There is a no data for that, right? If I select again from 3 to 1 as well, 1, 3, 2 things, you got this some data and you don't have a data here at all. If I selected 2, then you got the data here somehow, correct? So you can select all as well. So this is the data level filter. This is a basic filter that you're going to be choosing particular filters what exactly is required by you. So this is the page level filters. Page level report, sorry, this is the report level. Bad. Sorry. Yeah, this is the report level and this is the page level. And if you select the visual, then it will appear the visual level only after selection, guys. Okay. Because the visual level, you have to select that particular visual where you want to filter something. Any questions, guys?
No.
Okay, right. Next, drill through will understand, after some extent, guys, because drill through you need to understand by different gone through level. Okay, so drill through I'm skipping now because it's a bit different. So we'll go to the top end filters. And remember this drill through will going to be going after these options. We have some options over there. Okay, so after this button options are there, navigator options. Okay, bookmarks, page navigators, like something. And that scenario, you can easily understand this drill through. Now it's like a browser for you. So that's the reason we are going with the top 10. Now, these values, if you see, right, this is a department ID. If I wanted to go to the top N, I'm saying, guys, it is option called top N. So what I'm doing, right? So if you have a department ID, okay, and these two department ID 1, department ID 2, department ID 3 is there. I want to give top only two values, top two values by employee ID. I'm selecting employee ID. Sometimes you can see, right? A department did the sales. Okay. I want to select the top two agents out of 20 agents. I can't go ahead and search from them. Okay, boss, this is do the ascending or the top two, do the descending or the top two. No, you just do this and it will be for you all the time. This is the data you're getting. Only this is the department ID 2 and this is the department ID 1. That's it. Okay, 2 from here, 2 from here, because you're selecting top 2 and the department ID 3, you contain only one person. If I select this department ID, you'll have only one person and this is not reflecting accordingly because there is no data from that. Okay, for one, you will have this. So it's up to you how you wanted to filter it. I'm just taking this top end and apply the filters and it is now coming to the picture. Count of employee ID by its count of employee ID by its, guys, your department ID. Count of employee ID by its department ID. You're following, right? So this is the top N filter. You need to practice these filters, guys, one by one. Whatever we are discussing, you need to practice them. Any questions on this, guys?
No.
No.
Okay, cool, cool. Right. So let me go through the one more topic here. So these are 4 filters you are understood. Okay. And drill through one thing, guys. Keep remember, drill through for every visual would be there, guys. If you click on this visual, okay. If I go to the build option, the bottom you will find something called drill through. So currently filters on all the pages, but this is not there because drill through is not turned on for this. Every time you do it, right, in the page level information, there's options called drill throughs and standardization subset. You can see this is the drill through. Okay, if I select the drill through, cross report, keep the filters, some options are there. It's advanced level. That's the reason I'm not showing anything on this. Okay, I'm keeping the standard. Drill through will understand when we are discussing about the advanced topics completely. Okay, so this is about the filters, guys. There's a filter pane and this is the sync slicers. Any question before we move forward?
No.
No.
Good. Thank you. Now we'll go to the data first, guys. Okay. Then we can discuss the things tomorrow. One thing is the data. If I click this data, this is the data tab. You can see data, build, format, 3 options are there. Build and format we'll discuss tomorrow once Madhava is coming to picture, because these 2 are the very key things to format the visuals, visual appearance, how you're going to be connect that visuals, where you're going to be keep this visuals to be synchronized it. These all things will be available in the built-in format, which is only for the visual appearance, guys. As of now, we discussed completely on the visual appearance on the tabs of our windows, correct? So we didn't go to the data level filters, how to read the data, writing the data, creating models. No, we didn't discuss any of them as of now, correct? So just go ahead and synchronize, go ahead and discuss these things. Sorry, research these things again. Okay, spend some time on that, then we can come back. Yeah. So let's go to the data first. Data is like, guys, here. This is the tab. Okay, so where you can find all your tables. Maybe that is coming from the source, or you manually created here. Maybe that is coming from the source, or you manually created these tables. But ultimately, these are the data tables here. You can find, if you expand it, you can find all the columns, including that new column that's going to be do it, or new measure or calculated columns. Apart from that, there is a one more option called, this is the hierarchy. We call it as a hierarchy. You can see if you expand this directly, the date didn't came here. It gone to the one more thing called date hierarchy. It may be a date hierarchy. Okay. It may be a okay, column level hierarchy or the data level hierarchy. It's up to you how you wanted to keep that happen. Okay. So there's a visual interactivity, guys. For now, I'm showing. You can see this. For example, if you have the year, quarter, month, day, the hierarchy level, stage by stage level. Like in the organization, you want to show your performance by senior manager level, a manager level, a team lead level, a agent level, and the marketing boys level. So it's a stage by stage. So how do you do that? So this is creating hierarchies are that you can right click on this any of the column. Okay. Right click on the any of the column. You can find one thing is like create hierarchy. So once you created hierarchy, this column will automatically become the first value. We'll do it in the next data, guys. This data won't support for this. I'm just giving you examples of that. Okay, so remember that I'll just writing the create hierarchy option here so that we can discuss the create. Okay, let me remove the top end filters here. The hierarchy is the one thing, right? Hierarchy, right? Need discussion on these things. Okay. Fill through filters, hierarchies. Then I think one thing we didn't execute in the SQL level. People are remember that indexes we executed, I believe.
Stored
Triggers.
stored procedures.
No, triggers. You missed it. Due to that, I don't have a capacity in my SSMS in my local, so triggers are not executed. Okay. Right. So these three things is advanced topics. Most probably, if possible, we will connect for the triggers tomorrow only. We'll close the tomorrow triggers. I forgot it actually. Yeah. Triggers we can figure out there. So this is the data, guys. If you have all the tables, you can do it. And secondary thing, okay. So one more option is here. That is like if you put a hover, that cursor is over there, then you can find that name, the sheet name in the pop-up, that tool tip that is coming, right? We call it as this pop-up as a tool tip. Okay. So what it is showing? The name, this table name. Then again, one more thing you're getting, storage mode. So we discussed about the storage modes, guys. If you remember, there's a first or second session. There is a three different types of storage modes: import, direct query, live connection, and the mixed queries. So this is the import query. It means that we imported the data from the source and we are working on it, and it supports the different scenarios. Now the data refreshed is one thing. 15, 10, 20, 24 was the date refreshed. Actually, I can go ahead and refresh it. It's a 15th. Yesterday was refreshed. Again, if I refresh the data, okay, the data is refreshing, and if I put the cursor again after refresh, it will shows like 16, 10, 744 of IST. This IST time zone basically. Okay, so that all the tables, it provides you the storage mode. Sometimes it's a live direct query imports. Okay, you can work around it. The same data you can see in the module level as well. Here is the module level. Here you have one more option called table and models. table, you can find the similar things. What are the tables available? You can hide these tables as well. If you hide these tables, okay, it's working to be hided, and until unless the owner if comes here and it shows the table, then only it will appear here. Even though you have a data, even though you can see the data, everything, but you cannot see this data here. Remember that, okay? There is some kind of like senior team members or manager use the tricks on the other teams that they should not see our data on the reports. Sometimes that other people managers like something can track our data and compare our data in terms of the sales and marketing and all, right, to achieve the targets and KPIs. So these people use these tricks to hide this here, and only the owner and admin can unhide them. Okay, I can unhide this exact these things. Okay, it will work the same way. This is the hide and unhide, same columns will work, and this is the model. If I click this model, and you will find how many tables are there, how many calculation groups are there, how many measures are there, how many perspectives are there. This everything will gonna be understand, because we have only one table. There is no relationships, there is no measures and all. This everything will gonna be get some sense once we created this semantic model. This we had to come this scenarios. Okay. So this is the data sheet. So you can feel all the tables here, all the columns here, all the measures, all the calculated column information you can find in the single stop area. This is about the data. Any questions, guys?
No.
Harika?
Yeah,
Harika, I'll
no.
ask some questions to you. You and Adit, not only you. Tomorrow, guys, last 3 sessions or 4 sessions. Let's see your okay memory on these topics actually. Okay. You
Okay.
people are clearly understanding, right, Harika? Are you just
Yeah.
okay? Cool. Then that's fine. Let's connect tomorrow. Okay. Let me upload this recording into the YouTube and you will get the same thing. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Fine. Thank you, guys.